The Yangtze River, known in China as the Changjiang, is more than just a river, it's a vital artery of the nation. It proudly holds the title of Asia's longest river, a majestic waterway that has shaped civilizations and economies for millennia. Its immense length makes it a crucial geographical feature of the continent. The river's journey begins high in the Tibetan Plateau, a land of towering peaks and pristine glaciers, and flows eastward for over 6,300 kilometers until it empties into the East China Sea. For centuries, the Yangtze has served as a lifeline, a critical transportation route connecting inland regions with the coast, fostering trade and cultural exchange. But this powerful river has a dual nature, also acting as a source of devastating floods, bringing destruction and hardship to the communities that depend on it. Its unpredictable nature has challenged humanity for generations. To control its immense power and harness its potential, China embarked on an ambitious project, building the Three Gorges Dam, a monumental engineering marvel so vast it's visible even from the vantage point of space. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. Stretching over 2 kilometers in length and standing an imposing 180 meters tall, it's a structure of truly epic proportions. The dam holds back a vast reservoir, a colossal body of water that extends 600 kilometers upstream, reshaping the landscape and impacting the lives of millions. The project, first imagined by Sun Yat-sen, decades before its realization, was a bold vision for a modern China. However, it only began construction in the 1990s, marking the start of a massive undertaking that would transform the region. Its primary goals were ambitious: to prevent catastrophic floods that had plagued the region for centuries, to generate clean electricity on a massive scale, providing power to millions of homes and businesses, and to improve river navigation, facilitating trade and transportation along the vital waterway. The construction came at a significant human cost. Over 1 million people were relocated from their ancestral homes, and entire towns and ancient sites, rich in history and culture, now lie silently beneath the waters of the vast reservoir, a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made. Today, the dam stands as a towering symbol of China's technological prowess and its determination to shape its own destiny. However, it also remains a subject of ongoing debate and scrutiny, with questions lingering about its true long-term effectiveness and the full extent of its environmental and social costs. Can this single, colossal structure truly tame the mighty Yangtze and provide lasting protection to the millions who live downstream, or are there unforeseen consequences yet to emerge? The answer to that question is still unfolding, as the dam continues to operate and its long-term impacts are carefully studied and assessed. The Three Gorges Dam, a monumental structure stretching across the Yangtze River, acts as a giant tap, a sophisticated control mechanism in the heart of China. It's more than just a dam. It's a complex system designed to manage one of the world's most powerful rivers, controlling the Yangtze's flow with massive sluice gates. These gates, precisely engineered and operated, are the key to regulating the river's volume, preventing devastating floods, and ensuring a steady water supply. The sheer scale of these gates is a testament to the engineering prowess behind the dam. In dry seasons, when rainfall is scarce and the river's natural flow diminishes, water is stored in the vast reservoir behind the dam, a strategic reserve for times of need. This stored water becomes a lifeline for downstream communities and industries. During floods, when torrential rains threaten to overwhelm the river's banks, it's released gradually, mitigating the risk of catastrophic inundation. This controlled release is crucial for protecting lives and livelihoods. The primary goal is to protect downstream cities and the fertile farmland that lines the riverbanks, ensuring the safety and prosperity of millions who depend on the Yangtze. The dam's operators must balance flood control, navigation for ships, and power generation, a delicate juggling act that requires constant monitoring and precise adjustments. They achieve this by using advanced weather forecasts and comprehensive river monitoring systems, providing real-time data on water levels, flow rates, and weather patterns. Before flood season, careful preparation is key. The reservoir is strategically lowered to create ample space for incoming water, a buffer zone to absorb the anticipated surge. This proactive measure is essential for effective flood management. As floods arrive, the dam acts as a giant sponge, absorbing the initial surge of water and preventing it from overwhelming downstream areas. Then, it releases water slowly and steadily, carefully managing the outflow to keep river levels within safe limits and minimize the risk of flooding. The dam also houses enormous turbines, a powerhouse that harnesses the energy of the flowing water to generate electricity. Furthermore, it incorporates a system of ship locks, allowing huge vessels to bypass the barrier and continue their journey along the Yangtze, facilitating trade and transportation. This integrated system manages the river, providing flood control, power generation, and navigation support. It serves multiple purposes at once, showcasing the dam's versatility and its vital role in China's economy and infrastructure. The entire process is a delicate balancing act, a constant negotiation between competing demands and priorities. It's a task requiring constant vigilance, with operators working around the clock to ensure the dam's safe and efficient operation. The dam's success depends on precise timing and seamless coordination between various departments and agencies. It's a feat of engineering, a testament to human ingenuity and the power of modern construction techniques. But it's also a testament to human judgment, relying on the expertise and experience of the operators who make critical decisions every day. The Three Gorges Dam is China's most ambitious attempt, a bold endeavor to harness the power of nature for the benefit of its people. It stands as a symbol of humanity's efforts to tame its wildest river, to control its unpredictable nature, and to harness its immense power. China's history is profoundly intertwined with the story of the Yangtze River. For centuries, the river has been both a source of life and a bringer of devastation. Its floods have not only shaped the landscape but have also deeply influenced the course of Chinese civilization, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's collective memory. These disasters, often of epic proportions, have tested the resilience of the Chinese people and have played a crucial role in shaping the nation's identity and its approach to water management. The struggle against the Yangtze's floods is a story of human endeavor against the forces of nature. The 1931 flood stands as one of the most catastrophic natural disasters in recorded history. It brought unimaginable suffering, submerging major cities like Wuhan under vast expanses of water. The floodwaters engulfed entire neighborhoods, turning bustling streets into navigable waterways. And Nanjing, then the capital of China, was also heavily impacted, crippling the government and disrupting daily life. The disaster affected over 50 million people, forcing them to flee their homes and seek refuge in makeshift camps, often under dire conditions. The flood resulted in millions of deaths, a staggering loss of life that underscored the sheer power of the Yangtze and the vulnerability of the communities living along its banks. The scale of the tragedy was immense, leaving a scar on the nation's psyche. In 1954, just 2 decades later, another massive flood struck the Yangtze River basin, triggering widespread devastation and further compounding the challenges faced by the nation. This new crisis prompted a nationwide response, with the government mobilizing resources and manpower to provide relief to the affected areas and to mitigate the damage caused by the floodwaters. Despite these efforts, the 1954 flood still resulted in the displacement of millions of people, adding to the already immense social and economic challenges facing the country. These recurring tragedies fueled the dream of harnessing the Yangtze's power and controlling its floods through the construction of a monumental engineering project. The vision was of a super dam at the Three Gorges, a project that would not only generate electricity but also provide a crucial buffer against future floods. Even in recent decades, as China has modernized and developed, the Yangtze River has continued to pose a threat, reminding the nation of its enduring vulnerability to natural disasters. The river's fury has repeatedly tested China's flood defenses, pushing them to their limits and highlighting the ongoing need for vigilance and investment in flood control measures. The devastating 1998 flood in particular pushed the country's flood control infrastructure to its absolute limits, exposing weaknesses and vulnerabilities in the existing system. The flood resulted in thousands of deaths, leaving countless families grieving and communities shattered. The economic losses were staggering, reaching into the billions of dollars and impacting industries and livelihoods across the country. This catastrophic event finally and irrevocably convinced national leaders that only a project as massive and ambitious as the Three Gorges Dam, with its unprecedented scale and engineering complexity, could effectively break the cycle of destruction and provide lasting protection against the Yangtze's floods. The dam was conceived and built as a direct and decisive response to the long and painful history of recurring flood disasters that had plagued the Yangtze River basin for centuries. Its primary purpose: to provide a robust and reliable shield for the heart of China, protecting its major cities and agricultural lands from the river's worst floods, and ensuring the safety and prosperity of the millions of people who depend on the Yangtze for their livelihoods. But despite the construction of the dam and the advancements in flood control technology, the memory of past floods continues to linger in the collective consciousness, shaping public expectations and fueling anxieties about the potential for future disasters, even in the face of unprecedented engineering solutions. The immense power of the Yangtze River, both as a life-giving force and a potential source of destruction, is never far from the minds of those who live in its basin. The Three Gorges Dam stands as both a promise of security and control, and a challenge to the river's untamed legacy, a constant reminder of the ongoing struggle between humanity and the forces of nature. In 2025, flood risk along the Yangtze is higher than ever. Climate change is driving more extreme, unpredictable rainfall, with monsoon patterns shifting and storms growing more intense. Experts warn that this year's conditions could trigger a super rainstorm in central China. The dam is most effective against floods from upstream, but if torrential rains hit downstream, its protection is limited. Urbanization has replaced natural floodplains with concrete, increasing runoff and flash flood risk. The combination of climate, geography, and development makes this year a critical test for China's flood management system. The Three Gorges Dam stands at the center of this challenge. The Three Gorges Dam was built as a shield against once-in-a-century floods. Its reservoir can hold back over 22 billion cubic meters of water, providing a buffer never before possible. In 2020, the dam helped prevent disaster in Wuhan by absorbing 3 massive flood peaks. By shaving the peak off a flood, the dam buys time for evacuations and local defenses. It's changed the relationship between people and the river, offering security their ancestors never knew. But the dam is only one part of a vast system. Levees, tributary dams, and early warning networks all play vital roles. Its effectiveness depends on the whole system working together. The dam is the backbone, but not the entire skeleton. True protection comes from integration, not just one colossal wall. The Three Gorges Dam is the world's largest hydroelectric power station with 32 turbines generating 22,500 megawatts. It provides clean energy for millions, displacing the need for dozens of coal plants and helping China fight air pollution. The dam is a cornerstone of China's renewable energy strategy. Operators must balance water levels for power, flood control, and navigation, a constant juggling act. The economic benefits are enormous, powering industry and cities while generating revenue. The dam's dual role, flood barrier and power plant, was central to its justification. Its electricity supports China's growth and pays for its own massive costs. Security and prosperity, all in one structure. The dam's construction forced 1.3 million people to relocate, dismantling communities and disrupting lives. Many struggled to adapt to new urban environments, losing homes and livelihoods. The environmental impact is profound. The reservoir traps silt, starving downstream plains and shrinking the Yangtze Delta. The dam blocks fish migration, devastating native species and contributing to the extinction of the Yangtze River dolphin. Endangered species like the finless porpoise and Chinese sturgeon face new threats. The reservoir's weight has triggered more landslides and small earthquakes, raising safety concerns for nearby communities. While the dam is built to withstand major quakes, the surrounding hillsides are less stable. The Three Gorges Dam is a stark reminder, even the greatest engineering feats come with heavy costs. Its benefits are real, but so are its consequences. The balance between progress and preservation remains fragile. Despite its size, the Three Gorges Dam can't control floods from intense rainfall downstream or in distant tributaries. Sedimentation is a growing problem, gradually reducing the reservoir's capacity and flood protection. Human error in dam operation, misjudging when to store or release water, can have serious consequences. The dam was designed for a stable climate, but climate change is rewriting the rules. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and severe, challenging the dam's original design limits. There's a real risk of facing floods larger than the dam was built to handle. The concept of a 1,000-year flood is now uncertain. The dam is a powerful tool but not a guarantee. The future demands flexibility and constant adaptation. The Three Gorges Dam is a monumental achievement, providing clean energy and flood protection for millions. But its costs, social, environmental, and ecological, are profound and lasting. The dam is both a solution and a source of new challenges from sedimentation to landslides. As climate change intensifies, the dam's ability to protect against superfloods is uncertain. It remains the backbone of China's flood defense, but not a silver bullet. True safety depends on the entire system: levees, reservoirs, early warnings, and wise land use. The future of the Yangtze Basin hangs in a delicate balance. The story of the Three Gorges Dam is far from over.